Hello, my wonderful friends. I thought I would do a video that might be a little bit more easy to follow along than reading a big long email. I know your email gets bogged down all the time. And so I just wanted to give you a quick update as to where we are and where we're going and where we need to go and what the heck is happening with selling your home. So I'm going to break it down into Spruce Pine and Bakersville. Not a us versus them. It's just, it is two different markets inside our county. And so from there, if you have any follow-up questions, please let me know. And then I'll be doing my other counties afterwards. So I'm going to share my screen with you. We're going to talk about both, kind of what we're seeing in both. And then if you have any questions, again, reach out to me, text me, whatever's easiest. So I'm going to share my screen with you super quick. So let's look. What did I run first? Spruce Pine, I believe. Yes. No, Bakersville. Let's talk about Bakersville. So what are we seeing? Typically, prior to COVID, I would look at the real estate stats for 6 months. But now, coming off of COVID, coming off of a natural disaster, the market's really changing. So we're just looking at the past 3 months. That's what we want to look at. So this is for Bakersville. There's been 24 homes sold in Bakersville in the past 90 days. And so let's look at some of those totals. So you're going to see the average home age is 1976 with 1,400 square feet, um, averaging a lot of acreage. So I want you to keep that in mind. So we're just saying, okay, let's look at what sells, and it's a pretty, decent sized home with acreage. So then we're looking at 226 a square foot. Let me make sure that's what yeah. 226 a square foot. And then you can see the average sell price. Let me make sure. Yeah, close price 326. So if your house is above that, then it could take longer to sell. If your house is below that, then we need to have a different kind of conversation. But we're looking at 70 days on market. Uh, and this, I'll run the average for the past 6 months, but right now we're looking at 70 days on market, is what the past 90 days has told us. Let me just run really quick for you for the past 180 days to see average days on market. So we're going to have more homes, obviously. Let me check, make sure all are checked. So then if we're looking at everything in the past 6 months, this usually doesn't take that long. Okay, here we go. We're looking at 75 days. So that's kind of your average. I know it stinks. If you want to go quicker, then that means we got to cut that price, but that's kind of what we're looking at. And again, remember these factors. It's usually a lot of acreage. And then 316. So our numbers are still close. They're not super drastic change, but they're still changing. So keep those in mind. If you wanted to screenshot this, you're more than welcome to see what the sell price is, the average price, all the things. So now we're going to run and talk about Spruce Pine really quick. Here we are. Here's Spruce Pine. So we've had 22, is that correct? Yep, 22 homes that have sold in the past 90 days in Spruce Pine. You can see that, again, a little bit of acreage here. We're looking at $208 a square foot and with an average sale price of 315. And then you can see the full averages kind of here. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about your house and your house in Spruce Pine. If it's listed for more than this number, that could be one of the reasons is it's just not in everyone's price range right now, because I wish I could tell you what the current buyer is looking for. I can't because they're so dang picky. It's almost frustrating to work with a buyer right now because they will back out for the smallest of things. I had someone the other day back out because they wanted 21 days of due diligence to inspect the property and the seller wanted 15. I mean, like, at the end of the day, it's not that big a difference. We should have just come to terms, but that was a backing out factor for them. So keep it in mind, buyers are so picky now, and sometimes it's nothing that you can do. I will say anything under 350 is usually moving. Um, So keep that in mind when you look at all this. Acreage, just like in Bakersville, we're fewer days on market. We're about 60, but then sale price is 315. So what I want to keep in mind, oh, we can look at I didn't pull all of them. Let's just pull all of them so you know that I am telling you and showing you the full picture. So we're gonna have 40 homes that have sold. Let's see how that changes some of the stats that are here in Spruce Pine. So still, we've got acreage. We're at 209 a square foot. The average sale price was 290. Like keep things in mind. Um, of where the market is. And there's just some things that we can't change. To me, I am getting back into the market that I was used to in 2018, 19 when I got my license pre-COVID. So I hate to say it's normal and it's more of a waiting game. But if you are priced correctly, if I don't after this follow up with, hey, I think we need a price reduction and here's why, and sending you comps to back that up, then I think, it is just kind of going to be patience and making sure that we are showing your home in the best light, that we're being open to showings. So keep all of that in mind. If you have specific questions about your property, I would love to answer. I just want to give you a full picture of what the market is doing right now. And then I'm planning you guys an event. I'm gonna have a little something for you guys. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do it before the holidays or like a New Year's Eve thing. So stay in the loop for that. And if you need me, let me know. But it's always so good to chat with you. And if you're in town, if you're not local, I'd love to meet up. Again, it's always so funny when someone thinks like an agent is hindering the sale of the home. Like, I work on commissions, right? Like, I want to get paid. So, if there is anything that you think is flying past my radar that we aren't doing and aren't tackling, please let me know. I also want to share that I'm currently the number one agent in Mitchell County. I've never done that before in my 8 years in real estate, so I'm super excited. I've been the number one in Spruce Pine, and now I've conquered the whole county. We'll see if it stays that way till the end of the year, but I'm so thankful for y'all and for your trust. And again, anything I can do, let's do it. I'll talk to y'all soon.